they have a lottery
That's a
so
good
that
point.
for people who
I'm sorry I didn't have any with him with the fish.
can
They
buy
didn't
it.
want it.
But it's like,
Oh, this is cool. What's that? Oh, your dad
She
made
was
that.
so
It took us
beautiful.
20 years to
She
open
looked
it.
like Sophia. She looked exactly like Sophia Loren, except blonde.
Yeah.
Happy birthday
To you. Happy birthday, dear Jeffrey.
Happy birthday to you.
And many more. And many more.
I was in a rush, so please forgive me. So Dad dreamed of being a poet. My middle name is from his favorite poet at the time, Federico Garcia Lorca. Found other artistic outlets that took him down a different path, but I think the world's more interesting for it. You can still turn phrase from time to time. In my memory, there's never been a time without art. It's been the defining passion of my dad's life. In the earliest ages I can remember, I knew where I could find Dad. He was in the barn, studio, thinking, making, creating, exploring. I was welcome to come, hang out, participate, make my own art. There was art put up all over the house and the yard. There were art shows, installation days, love installation days, receptions, people randomly dropping in to check out and talk to Dad about these crazy structures. It was just how life was, always. It was a long time before I realized this was very different from the way of being from everyone else's. As I passed through the same stages of my own life that I watched my dad go through, I see how much effort it was, is, to pursue that passion, to live an interesting life, and eventually to gamble completely on yourself, especially when the cards you're holding are art cards. Dad supported the family during construction, getting up extremely early in the morning to go late base as fast as he could. He was paid by the foot, not the hour. Then coming home to spend the rest of his day doing art. He often got me up to go on a misty morning walk before work, finding coyote tracks. Are those fresh or old, he would say. And precious rocks, really just some black tourmaline. Eventually I was hired to help him nail base, 1 cent a foot. We used air staple guns. No safety in those days, so you could just free shoot staples across the house, which is, of course, we never did. Dad's fashion sense took on its notoriously personal and rigid format. At that time, it was button fly, 501 jeans, and real army boots. That was it. Later on, he brought in Huaracha sandals, the real ones you get from Tecate with the original car tire soles. That's it. Even shorts, if worn, were cut off 501s. Cut off way too short. Eventually came the most notorious dad wear, the zebra Speedos. Loud and proud. Dad loved fishing, and unsurprisingly, if you know him, he got himself into trouble. Fishing. How do you get trouble doing fishing? Well, if someone doesn't want you to fish somewhere, it seems Dad thought there must be a good reason, so he's gonna fish it. Yet the attitude eventually got he and Uncle Cliff shot at while poaching an off-limit reservoir. Good times. As a kid, I didn't take to fishing right away. I was easily bored and was soon goofing around in the water and rocks. Quickly found out that throwing said rocks into said water was frowned upon by fishermen. I remember one trip even eating more of the bait than the fish did. It was years before I could even smell Velveeta without feeling sick. That all changed the evening I caught my first bass, fishing surface lures, the splash of the big fish, taking the bait in the quiet evening, grabbing my attention. The strong pull was exhilarating. The fish wrapping my line around a bush, resulting in no hope of landing him or her, was heartbreaking. What did Dad do? It could have been a life lesson. Son, that's just how things are. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Instead, he took off his shoes and waded out into the deep water well above his waist, reaching down deep, nearly submerging his head to untangle and free my thrashing fish. I got to finish that fight and land the first bass I ever caught on my own. I was a fairly unobservant kid, but that struck me. It meant a lot. And a bit of It may have something to do with my predilection to fishing surface lures, even in the most unlikely conditions. Hope is a fisherman's undying friend, after all. Dad's passion for art met a great partner in Deanne, also passionate about art in every aspect of her life, a truly gifted artist. He's somehow been able to meld their two art forms into objects that combine both of their skills to make beautiful and unique pieces. I don't know how they can do it. Compromise did not seem to be in my dad's vocabulary. But he's told me many times how talented Deanne is. Yes. And I think he knows that collaboration with her is not a compromise, but synergy. Mm-hmm. Another very long-standing collaboration is with Daniel. Dad's work couldn't be done without his skilled mind and hands. Every maquette, full-size sculpture, and installation for decades has happened by his hands. Amazing, better welder than I could ever be, is the least of Dad's praises for Daniel. Art does not get done without Daniel. And Claire, well, Dad's life falls apart. She's been a confident caretaker, accountant, sounding board, and friend for decades as well. Not only does Dad thank you, he always sings your praises. All of us kids thank you as well. Going through the pictures of this party reminded me of so many stories, too many to tell, but it reminds me that you lived a very interesting life, and you made a very interesting ride to come.
Oh. Wow. Beautiful, Lorca.
That was beautiful.
All right. Here we go. He's got me done. He's got me.